Hi guys, how are you doing? I just finished my practices and I want to share a quick thing with you. But also after that I probably head out. I first need to do some work and then I will be heading out. I want to share a few more things with you today. I wanted to speak to you about food and also about spending time in nature. One of the two things I will definitely talk to you about, but more about that later. First, I need to get a few things done today. And but what I wanted to share with you right now, because it basically came up just right now when I did my own practices. I was doing Surya Kriya and Surya Shakti. For those of you who don't know these, you can check them out. I have like a video where it explains what it is about on my website. But those of you who practice one of these two, especially when it comes to Surya Kriya, the point of it is really to do it very slow and with as much involvement as possible. Sometimes people think, you have to do it like as intense as possible or do stuff fast or like with as much strength or whatever. Surya Kriya and most of the yogic practice is really about, the level of involvement, not about how fast you do it or whatever. And I noticed today when I did Surya Kriya, in my mind, because Surya Kriya is a sequence, right? It's like a dynamic flow of sequences. So you hold the posture for a certain amount, those of you who do it, and then you move to the next posture and stay there for a certain amount of time. Sometimes the mind is in a mode where it wants you to do stuff fast, right? It wants you to move on. And so there's like a certain push from the mind that kind of tries to speed it up. And then, it becomes almost like a little stressful inside that you, on one hand you try to stay there and relax, on the other hand the mind is trying to push you through the practice. And because, if you look at it as, you think, I do one cycle and one cycle consists of all of these steps, so you want to complete all the steps to complete the cycle. But the point is really, and that's something you have to keep in mind, is each of these postures, each single posture of these, which make up together this sequence, is an asana by itself. So, what helps me really is when I am in the posture, if my mind goes crazy, I just remind myself, okay, this is exactly the place where I need to be right now. This is the posture, this is the asana I need to be in right now. And then you only focus on this asana. You don't look at it as a sequence anymore. You don't think, okay, next is this asana, then comes that asana. No, whatever asana, if you're in it, you just be in that asana and remove everything else. Don't think of it as a sequence. Only think of this asana, which you're doing right now. Be with your breath, and this will, allow you to go much, much deeper. It helps me a lot. Whatever asana you're holding right now, just consider this as the highest thing which is there in the world right now for you, nothing else. Okay, guys, I need to get some work. You see, I'm still in my old school ashram clothes. I keep this on even though it's falling apart already, but this has like a certain value to me because I did so much practices in this I got from the Isha Yoga Center. And the 3 years I lived there, I always wear these orange shirts. They keep them there. There's a certain significance to the color orange. Maybe I can speak about this sometime. So even though it's falling apart, it's still my preferred shirt for doing my practices, my sadhana. Okay guys, I see you shortly. Hi guys. So I'm on my bike and heading to the lake right now. I'm gonna have lunch outdoor, so you can follow me along. Hey guys, look at these mountains over there. What a view today. I can already smell the summer coming. it looks really tough. I would definitely not be able to do any of that stuff in spite of I don't know how many years of yoga. Would you? Guys, so I am by the lake like you can see, and I really hate to, you know, friend last time mentioned to me that she asked, you really have to rub it in my face every time that, you know, I live in such an ugly city, that I live in such a beautiful place. She lives in such an ugly place. She's from Delhi. So, yeah guys, I mean, I can't help it, but I have to show it. It's, especially on a day like this, when the sun is out, man, I just have to come here. It's so amazing. So I just did my meditation, and now I'm gonna have my lunch. I'm gonna have a lot of raw food. I'm gonna share it with you. I've been reading a lot about, you know, food lately. In general, since my mother had cancer, I started to look much more, you know, at the way I used to eat, the way that most people eat actually around here. And it's amazing if you start looking at it, you know, you realize that food can either be like a medicine for us, or it can be, you know, junk. It can be literally garbage, or like a drug. Food literally acts like a drug. Certain food acts like a drug. It's not like just a saying that, you know, you're addicted to something like sugar or something like other kind of food. It actually is a drug. It has chemically, biochemically, it has the exact same reaction in the body, like a drug, like cocaine, like other drugs. So you really have to look at it, what you eat, especially stuff like sugar, stuff like wheat, or more specifically gluten, stuff that contains gluten, and even milk. It causes reactions in the body that are exactly the same like that of the drug. So yeah, if you want to live consciously, you have to look at it. And you know, for a week or so, I've stopped eating gluten and sugar, and I notice it, you know, the addiction coming up. But I feel much better. It's just temporarily. So I'm gonna sit down around here, and I'm gonna have some food. I'm gonna show you what I have. Hey guys, sitting at one of my favorite spots around here, just exactly next to the water, and having my meal. I don't know what you can see here. So what I got is, you can see the avocado. I have pepper bell, carrots. These are spinach, baby spinach leaves, and this is some form of kale, don't know the name, and these are beetroots. So the beetroots are an amazing, it's an amazing plant, I mean root, it's basically a root, yeah. It's an amazing food. It's so super rich in minerals, and Especially it contains a lot of the antioxidant enzymes, which are so important because in our body there are so many oxidants, which we either take in through the environment or food. They just, arise as a result of some of the biochemical processes that are going on in the body. So it's important to get these out, to eliminate them or to neutralize them. And for that we need antioxidants. So pepper bell and the beetroot are super good sources for these. You can actually eat them raw. I just boiled them like very briefly. Inside they're still raw. Outside they're slightly cooked. You can see outside it's darker. They taste really good. They're a little sweet. These were actually first cultivated by the Romans, I read. And then after they realized they could produce sugar out of it, it spread across the whole of Europe in the 19th century. But I think this is the best way you can eat it. And they are slightly sweet. And the avocado, of course, I love that. Spoke about that in my last video, I think. I'm gonna show you the lake one last time. So beautiful. And then I'm gonna leave you for today, and I hope I see you again next week, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Keep putting up videos every week, and leave a comment and let me know what you would like to see here, which topics are interested. Guys, see you soon. Bye.